thanks for tuning in. Today's video, I've made a really exciting new recipe. It is so easy to make. I honestly cannot get over how easy it was. It's like foolproof, it's really high in protein, it only has like 6 ingredients or something like that. And I thought I would just make this video, or make this recipe, sorry, because of the whole blow up with the Amazon forest. And I just thought, instead of I found that I was judging a lot of people for kind of posting their concerns about it when they still ate meat. And I was getting like really negative like in my head about it, thinking like, oh, like people don't realize that animal agriculture is like the reason for the deforestation of the Amazon, which is why it was lit on fire. But I just thought, instead of judging people and being really negative about it, I should just try and educate people. And I thought I would show you the easiest vegan lasagna. I used the mincemeat, fake mincemeat from Woolworths. And yeah, it was honestly so realistic to real meat from what I can remember. I made this lasagna yesterday at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it kept me full for so long. Like, I don't really enjoy, I would rather eat less protein and eat more like carby foods. Like, I love fruit, I love like my sweet potatoes, I love carbs. I don't normally really focus my meals much on the protein intake. And so eating this, I was like, oh, so full for hours. I ate it, yeah, like 2 o'clock, and then I had dinner at like 6:30, and I was just like, gonna implode. So anyway, I'll show you how I made it. It's so easy, as I've already said like 5 times. So if you are looking for a really good plant-based alternative to your average lasagna, this would definitely be a really good place to start. The only regret I do have with this video, and this recipe, is that I didn't use any vegan cheese in it. I didn't use any cheese alternative at all, because I was trying to, in the beginning I was like, I'll just make it a 5-ingredient lasagna. So I was like, I'll get the basis of the lasagna and like, who cares about the cheese? But yeah, I wish I did. But it still tasted really, really good. But just consider when you're watching the video or making it yourself that you can definitely put cheese on top, because that typically does make a lasagna a little bit better. Vegan cheese though, not dairy, cow's cheese. Anyway. So these are the 5 ingredients that I bought from Woolies. This lasagna was a pretty big packet. I only ended up using like 1/3 of it, or maybe half. But that was really good. This was the mincemeat that I bought from Funky Fields. It was only $5 actually, it was on special, and those are the ingredients and macros as well. It did have soy and gluten. I know I've made a lasagna, but I do try and avoid gluten where I can, but this was just a little treat. This is the pasta sauce. That was on special too, for $2 actually. And these are the beans I bought, and the lentils. These ones were actually higher in protein than the organic beans and lentils. So I was thinking maybe that they're being genetically modified to have more protein, but that's not, like, I can't confirm that, but I'm just thinking maybe that could be the case. Anyway, this is my receipt. I spent $13 all up, which was a bargain, and I saved $3 as well. So my oven is really old, so yours could be different, but I set my oven to about 220 degrees and let that preheat while I prepared the meat. And you can see here, I found it really interesting, these little white bits are coconut oil, and they've kind of added that in because coconut oil is a saturated fat. It stays solid and looks white at room temperature, I'm pretty sure, and obviously when it's cold, which gave it a really realistic kind of meaty look, which was interesting. These are the beans that I just drained. I try and rinse, especially the black beans, because I hate the look of the purpley, browny liquid that comes out of it. And yeah, I just fried up the meat and the beans and lentils, added it in my sauce, and then I also just always add a little bit of extra sauce after I poured it out, add water, give it a shake, and empty that contents back into the pan just to get all of the tomato sauce. And all I pretty much did was mix that all up and then started laying the pan with the lasagna sheets and I also did add salt, pepper, and this was my 6th cheating ingredient, besides from salt and pepper because that doesn't count, is this vegan chicken stock that I get from Woolies. It just gave it a bit more of a, I don't know, like a stocky kind of taste, because the plain pasta sauce was a little bit bland because it was just plain tomatoes. And yeah, I just laid all that up and chucked it in the oven for about 35-40 minutes it took.
It's kind of funny that way.
So if you're watching this now, that means that you've gotten to the end of my video and you've watched the whole thing, which I really, really appreciate. If you have any ideas on any other really simplistic meals that you would like me to make a video about, let me know, because I love making these videos. I just don't really ever know what to make them about because I don't really know what people like. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and thank you, and see you next time.